We've got the Chinese today, so it's time for RTK versus 704 WarHead. All right, this is gonna be interesting to watch. RTK 23 stars so far today. These guys obviously have a lot on the line right here. A lot of pride going into the fact that they defeated Tribe Gaming.
Absolutely. Tribe's actually ahead right now with 33 overall stars, but they're done for the day, so that is their score. The North Watch actually at 31, so if RTK wants to get ahead of the North Watch, then they have to get 9 stars or 8 with a higher percentage.
Exactly, and here we go, watching the first attack of this war. Dragon from 704 WarHead going against another unusual base. Is this the same base we saw as earlier, Klaus, that RTK put up?
It makes me think that it possibly may be. Yeah. I mean, so Pico may actually know, because maybe they're all hanging out backstage, that Dragon didn't see the war where this base was.
Right.
Because I believe this base was actually 3-starred at one point, but we'll just see. I mean, Dragon's coming in with some Electro Dragons from Funnel. He's got some P.E.K.K.A. and some healers, and then of course a whole bunch of bowlers now leading in on the bottom side of that base now.
Yep, so the last of bowlers moving in, and this time 6 bat spells, Klaus, again. We're watching the bat spell action, surprising. Remember, we saw Eric from the North Watch put up that War 3, that 3-star with bat spells, so it absolutely is a valid 3-star strategy.
Absolutely. We're going to be seeing 6 of them put down on this base somewhere. Can't wait to see where that is used. Good Grand Warden ability for that Giga Tesla, and now this Queen. I think she's, has she still got her healers? Actually, while the P.E.K.K.A. all have max health too, there is a lot. It doesn't look like much, but there is a lot going on in the core of that
Here
base.
They come. And that's exactly where I was expecting them to come on the lower left-hand side, because if you'll notice splash damage, there's no splash damage left on the left side of the base. The only splash on the right with the Wizard Tower. Now it's just a matter of how fast they can get through Expos, because we know Expos can chew through bats pretty quickly.
I'm starting to wonder. I don't see the Queen. I think she went down over there in the core. So at this point, the bats, they did not take out the Eagle Artillery. He does have the 2-star though, which is the bare minimum. You got to get the 2-star in order to win. Of course, I do want to mention once again that 704 WarHead does need 13 stars in this war to advance to the playoffs. So this one not looking like it'll be the 3-star that they need, but it could definitely still help in the percentage side.
Yep, with just about a minute left, I'm guessing that the bats were tasked to try to wipe out this entire area on the bottom left, to the left of the Eagle Artillery. But you got to remember that even though it's not splash damage, when you've got multiple fast defenses like Expos, like Teslas firing on bats, they're going to disappear quickly.
And that's exactly what happened. All those bats were wiped out, and at this point, the P.E.K.K.A. shot down by the final Eagle Artillery shot. That was still a 71% 2-star. Dragon did what he came to do. And didn't we say the average was about 70%? So that's good. It's really good.
I think you're right. He didn't look that satisfied with that attack. Obviously, he wanted the outcome to be a higher percentage, or ideally the 3-star. But again, taking a look at the core, there's that ability from the Grand Warden. But the Eagle Artillery being up for that long, like you said earlier, Klaus, it is just devastating to almost any attack.
Absolutely. The Eagle Artillery is brutal, especially against some smaller troops. Now notice he did have a lot of larger troops, but those larger troops were getting hammered for the entire attack. They weren't going to be able to stand up against that base without something helping them out. And the bat spells just didn't get it done.
Yep. Speaking of bat spells, opening bat spells, we've got a bat bomb attack this time coming right off the bat. Freeze Rage bat spells, that stops that Wizard Tower, and then the Rage enrages those bats, and they move on and take out multiple defenses until they run into some splash damage like that Wizard Tower. We'll see what happens. They path out of the way. The Sweeper's actually helping them right there. Now the Wizard Tower is going to find some of those bats. But they did a great job, 14% damage right there. I think that was a pretty good bomb.
It was a good bomb, and I love how you said, starting out with the bat spells right off the bat, it didn't sound like you'd planned it, so I'm not going to give you credit for it, but it was still really, really impressive to hear. Renee actually looked up at me. He's like, hey, nice. So at this point, 11 dragons, 10 balloons, and a Stone Slammer with the heroes.
Would you prefer I said something like the bat spells led off the attack, or the bat spells were in the lineup, or the bat spells were the MVP of this attack? Oof. Bat spells.
He's going. He's still going. Well done.
All right, so we're watching the Dragons moving on, and you can see we've got the Stone Slammer coming in late right here. And Pico counting on these dragons moving off and grabbing that town hall as they move in towards the core.
So with a mass of dragons and balloons, the only question here is, are they going to struggle to get into that town hall compartment? It looks like we do have at least one dragon that's going to be hanging out with that.
Oh, here they come.
Come over. I think they were being brought over by the king.
Yes.
But at that point, wow, that was as close as it
brilliant,
gets.
yeah.
Oh, wow. So there you go, with that 2-star now secured. It is all again about the percentage. Does he have a chance at 3-star in this attack with 2 air defenses still up and no spells for helping?
Yeah, it doesn't look good because, again, like you said, Klaus, no spells. But man, to see the dragons just come down like that, like a hammer on top of that Barb King, I think you're exactly right. I think the Barb King was what pulled him over there.
Yes, it's interesting. The troops actually end up targeting enemy CC and enemy heroes really well. A lot of people actually use the enemy heroes as a way to kind of control where their army or their troops go. And that's what appeared to have happened there.
Yep, I really think it was. And again, that same thing happens with clan castles. And there you can see the warden getting taken out by a floor-seeking air mine. We lose our king. There's still something happening around here. Oh, barbarians on the walls. I don't know if we're going to see 70% this time, though.
I bet you it's absolutely against the rules for him to go ahead and just close out of the attack for his clan. You know, clans are very strict on that kind of thing. But that's the only troops left, and they are banging on a wall, and then they've got to bang on another wall, and they've only got 18 seconds. Is it going to be the 70% Galadon?
Yep.
Probably not.
Trying to get there. I wanted to say 70%, but it's going to be inevitable that this attack counts down the final seconds and becomes... What's the outcome, Klaus?
I don't. I was just listening to you because of the mesmerizing pitch that you were in, and the speed, and it was harmonious. But the 69% 2-star there for Pico. Here we are. We got ourselves a 2-star. That dragon's kicking over there like that was just hilarious. I loved it.
That was a lot of fun to watch as the dragons just pounced on that Barb King and then annihilated the town hall. It actually, I'm thinking Barb King isn't there. Dragons wander off. It's a 1-star.
Yep, so
yeah.
You can actually be thankful to the defending king for making that 2-star happen.
Yep.
In a weird way.
Close one, in a weird way. All right, so let's move on. 704 GT from 704 WarHead going against Coc from RTK. And another base that we've probably seen earlier today.
Yes.
And again, like Klaus pointed out, unlikely that any of these players have had a chance to see the attack on the base earlier.
Right, I think they were busy. They were probably warring at the exact same time, and so this is why this base is not burned for the defender here. But at this point, looks like we have a king creating the funnel on the bottom, baby dragon, another few troops on the top, and then the main squad of troops going in following that wall record. That expo is a little bit troubling, but I think it may be okay. I mean, it looks like there's really nowhere else for them to go at this point. Everything is going into the core. So far, it looks really good.
Yep, and check out that jump spell spanning 5 different enclosures right there. That's going to make sure those units get in, get the town hall down, get the core cleared out, and then can move on to some other openings. And hopefully, town hall down 37%. A little bit worried about these buildings at the bottom. Here we go. Here they come. Freeze spell.
The moment you said you're worried about the bottom, every troop goes down there.
All I have to do is say it and the opposite happens. I found that's pretty much what happens.
Well, there you go. So what are we going to speak into existence right now?
Well, now they've turned around. They're going to come back and look at them reunite with the healers and watch those bars of health just zip right up as the healers help out all of the bowlers. They're slow, though. They are slow. And check out, there's an ice golem that's trailing this group, so we might see it freeze at some point. 90 seconds or so are left.
Unfortunately, he did have to use his queen's ability. I would have loved for the queen to have stuck with all the troops to, borrow some of the healing here and there, because I think together they may have had the potential of getting a 3-star, but at this point, with so few troops left, is it possible that this could be a 3-star?
Yeah, the P.E.K.K.A. have gone off ahead of everybody else. Look at the lack of DPS on this Inferno Tower. Just the Warden, an Archer, and the Ice Golem took forever to get that down. That's going to hurt things. Those healers could have really been used up ahead.
Ice Golem not known for its offense. At this point, though, we're looking at a Ice Golem walk.
It is. It's an Ice Golem walk, maybe the first of its kind, and doomed to stay there the rest of this attack because there's no way an Ice Golem gets through a max wall in less than about 9 minutes.
So let's, yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Is it possible that this little guy is going to make it through the wall? No. So this is one of those situations where when the healers just get really interested in a certain troop, and it's the wrong troop. That is the wrong troop to be interested in right now, healers.
They're up there going, how you doing? You okay? Here's some heals. How you doing? Are you sure you're okay? Are you getting tired from hitting that wall? Here's some more heals. Are you sure? I don't see anybody else around. Well, let's help you out. Come on. You're okay. You can do it.
You can do it, buddy. You
like
can do it.
Cheerleading squad.
Yeah, they were cheerleaders. That was true. That you drew a good picture there, Gally.
I know.
So at this point, man, that Town Hall dropping down. Grand Warden ability keeping them all alive. And then I think at around that moment, Galadon actually spoke into existence every troop going down, so that was really an interesting moment for the attack.
You're welcome. But, you know, unfortunately, they could have used one more jump spell there. Can you imagine if there's one more jump spell, they turn around after they clear that bottom enclosure, they turn around, go back up, and then they can clear out the top from the inside out. And then, you know, clean up troops. That's kind of what you want to see late in an attack, is the attacking force cleaning up a base from the inside out rather than from the outside in, because those walls can become a factor right at the end.
Absolutely. Some of the defenses just are out of range, but at this point, oh my god, we got Electro Dragon. Electro Dragon with some clone spell. What is that called, Gally?
I think it's called Electron, I'm pretty sure, and this time, before the troops went down, the Electro Dragon getting in there, you can see a couple of balloons are left. They've gotten through a few key defenses, and Troll Tesla, and they're just like Klaus mentioned earlier in the stream, always bring a loon because you never know when a Troll Tesla's going to pop up.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good rule of thumb there. We want to make sure we remember that. And ooh, what did you chain lightning?
It took the witch out.
Yeah, that's what I was watching. That witch was going to be a problem. But no, the chain lightning of the it got too close to the next building, and it ended up being in the path of the chain lightning. So Azu actually deploying all of his Electro Dragons now and his balloons straight at the Town Hall, going for that easy 2-star. Remember, if RTK 2-stars all of their attacks, then they take the win here, and they get first seed for Group A on the playoffs.
Exactly. I don't know what the exact percentages are, but that's what it sounds like as these units head through the middle. Lots of balloons. Great free spell right there. Look at it catch 3 air targeting defenses, gets the multi-target Inferno, gets the air defense and the Archer Tower. Always key to know the range of your spells like that and to grab as many defenses as you possibly can. It seems like a really basic thing, but when you're doing an attack, it's important to watch for the value, the max value of all the spells, not only the rages, but of course those free spells.
Absolutely. You know, I see a lot of people freezing over their sweepers that are facing toward their troops, freezing the Giga Tesla, that's huge, or freezing the Eagle Artillery. But there's weird cases where, hey, freezing a cannon could come in handy, or, you know, freezing just about anything. It's all situational, and it's all up to the attacker to be paying attention and watching for what is going to be the most important thing to do for their attack.
Again, and so close right here, but too many defenses remain. We're into the 90s once again. RTK showing great skill, great attacking prowess, 93% 2-star.
And actually one of the better percentages that we've seen today too, Galadon.
For certain. And again, let's check it out. Archer Queen way down there, bottom left. And like you pointed out, there's the sweeper coming in. Sometimes there's a great value that can be had if you drop a free spell that's going to catch a sweeper and an Eagle Artillery. And in that case right there, a freeze would have caught the defending Archer Queen as well. But sometimes you need to watch out where your troops are headed. If they're going to get there before that freeze would have expired, then you're not getting the value that you would otherwise. Otherwise not a word.
Otherwhere?
Otherwhere.
Otherwise. You gotta be wise to know where to put your troops and your spells.
Heard it here first from Klaus, helping out everyone out there.
Yeah.
Doing my best.
Yeah, you never know. Up next is Jin Ling. So far, both teams always scored 2 stars, and we know for RTK, they needed 9, if I recall correctly, to get back onto a playoff position. It seems to be out of hands now, though, for 7 for WarHeads, since they needed 13. So it's probably not gonna happen. Still possible, though, right?
I guess that's true. It's technically still possible.
How many attacks have they done? 2 at this point, right?
Yeah, 2 is correct.
If they 3-star the rest of their attacks, then they still have a chance.
And it looks like the most we've seen in any war up to this point has been 2 3-stars.
No, now they're doing it. Now they do all 3 attacks 3 stars, just because I said they're probably out.
You said the opposite. Well, I think that's my job, to call something and have it immediately be voided.
Then try.
But also, I don't want to throw a monkey wrench into the situation. But not only do they have to get 13 stars, but RTK also has to get like 8.
Good point. They have to get 13, and RTK has to fail to get.
But then Northwatch is knocked out, so I mean, it's
Northwatch sits on 31.
Yes.
Tribal on 33. That's the current leaders of Group A. And we had RTK on 23, and 704 WarHead on 90.
Okay.
Into this.
got
All
it.
right, so Jinling, 704 Warhead, third attack of 5 at 4 stars. And again, we're looking at the volleyball base.
The
Or is
volleyball
or is it a
base.
helmet turned on its side?
Stop sign.
This base is like a Rorschach test. You have to determine what you think it is.
I don't think it matters what we think. I think what matters is whether it gets 3-starred or not. I mean, just being honest.
Okay, fine, good point.
Yeah.
Let's get down to that attack then.
Jinling attacking this base with, we're seeing, you know what I've found most interesting, I think, about this entire day so far is we're seeing a lot more P.E.K.K.A. than we've seen in the past.
Yes, and it's great because they are such a strong troop. They're very powerful. They can one-shot a lot of those lower hit point buildings. And remember, when we watch these attacks, it really comes down to, in the beginning, funneling. You'll hear the phrase funnel fail a lot from attackers that maybe aren't quite as proficient. We haven't really seen much of funneling fails here today, but if you're clearing those pathways on the left and the right-hand side where troops might otherwise go, you're in effect funneling those troops, and you're going to know exactly where they head. And that's critical, not only to get to the core, get to the town hall, but also to guide you where you're going to drop your spells. And that P.E.K.K.A., like Klaus pointed out, is at the very edge of the top of the screen, funneling the top.
There you go. Yeah, so the funnel has been established. So you got to ask yourself, what were they doing, or what was Jinling doing at the bottom of the base? Was that a funnel and the queen went the wrong direction? Or was it just free easy percentage that he had scouted before to be sure and get as high of a percentage as possible, if not 3-star?
Good point. And then again, the point you made earlier, Klaus, that I thought was really sharp, is that a lot of the times with these queen walks that turn into queen charges, the healers are key to join the bowlers late. So you don't want a queen that's going to walk the entire time. You want her to rejoin that main contingent, because the healers locking onto some bowlers can lead to some 3 stars.
Absolutely. I mean, those healers don't stick to and stay on a troop. They hop over from a troop to a hero to a troop to whatever's dying the most to back to the other troop to here, there. So I mean, if you can get all of your troops basically together with a good funnel and some healers on there, it's almost a disaster for every base. And as you can see here, it looks like we did get that 2-star, Jinling getting it done for his clan, but I don't know, everything kind of walked out, and that's one of the biggest struggles with this type of attack is the funnel.
Exactly, and we talked about wanting to clean out a base from the inside out rather than from the outside in at the end of an attack. We also had, right off on the edge of the screen a few seconds ago, some tragedy happened to some air troops. You had a bunch of Teslas pop up. See that last single target Inferno right there? There were Teslas, and there were all sorts of air bombs, seeking air mines, and they just annihilated everything that got dropped over there.
So it's like a trap. It's like
it was a bit of a troll.
Tesla farm or trap farm or something of that nature.
Gotta love those. Again, like Renee pointed out earlier, when you don't get to scout a base, sometimes you're in for a rude awakening. Renee knows.
I think we made him speechless there for a second because it was his turn.
I really appreciate it.
What? A compliment? What?
I love that, guys. Gaul is up next. By the way, that is attack number 3 for this round for RTK. And they're still in. I was just calculating things. Like, you caught me off guard there. Because it will come down to one of the last attacks to figure out who's going to the playoffs and who isn't. And it's also the first time for us here on such a Clash of Clans show that we eliminate teams.
That's
say
true.
goodbye to some of them.
That's true. And we won't see goodbye to RTK likely as they move in. Early Stone Slammer, no clone spells. Looking like just a pretty standard Electro Dragon.
Yeah, Electro Dragon creating what we've been saying a million times lately, the funnel. That Stone Slammer started off taking out some of those buildings, luring that clan castle, and now at this point, and what's interesting, fun fact, if you send in an air army and only ground targeting troops are in there, and then they destroy the clan castle, none of the troops will ever come out.
Exactly.
They die with the building.
They can't deploy. They go away. And that's why sometimes in attacks like this, you would rather not let your heroes get too close to a defending clan castle, because these Electro Dragons, no doubt, are about to annihilate the CC, the clan castle,
There you
And
go.
the heroes never activated the clan castle.
Troops never came
What came out? Did anything come out of there?
I think a baby dragon, and then there was
So
also,
your double ice golems are wasted.
right. The ice golems are gone because the air troops took it out. So it's always, I don't want to say better because I mean these guys are the pros, but like a lot of people want to put troops in the clan castle that can target both air and ground, so they're always lured no matter what.
Klaus, that was a great point, and you pointed it out right as it happened.
How many times have I done that now?
Pretty amazing.
At least 3 times.
I'm impressed. I really am.
We need some 3 stars now. Let me speak that into existence.
All right. Well, Klaus is just guaranteed a 2-star for this attack. About a minute and a half left. But again, a solid attack. It's going to be above 80%. So Gaul from RTK putting up another solid score. High percentages, what these guys have been about consistently today.
That's right. Consistently getting 2 stars, consistently getting as high a percentage as possible. And we're seeing 2 Electro Dragons and those 2 go-away beams of Multi-Inferno. Go away. If it was a single, they might have survived, but the multi-hammering them both down at once.
Yep, they've got lots of hit
chance.
points, but they were low, and 84 is going to be the final number. But like you heard the applause over there and the support from RTK, that's a solid attack.
Absolutely. No, that we have here Electro Dragons diving in, never destroying that clan castle. Again, that's just interesting. You don't see that very often. So it's kind of cool that it came to mind at that moment, but those troops never came out. They were literally buried under the rubble of that clan castle.
They absolutely were. You can see the Archer Queen out on the left there was just probably barely, maybe a couple of tiles out of range of activating that clan castle.
Up next is Pop Along, so it's down to the captain now for his 7-4 WarHead to bring some more stars in. Unfortunately, it seems like might be their last outing here on the stage.
Yep, Pop Along going after A.H. Ning's base from RTK, and this, as Klaus called it earlier, the dead zone in the middle of the base. But here we go. Here comes a Bat Bomb. Freeze on the only splash in the area. Wizard Tower goes down, and now the Bats can have a heyday right here. They should get through a lot of these buildings, Klaus.
They're going to absolutely wreck, and then of course he has also sent in some backhand balloons to take out the other Wizard Tower. Now, is that Eagle Artillery going to go down? Because that is,
they got it. They got it.
That
They're gonna
is
move
a
on.
huge victory.
They're not done.
Those
They're not done.
Bats. And now they're working on, well, so what's funny, the air defense, we think of them as like the ultimate air defense, right? But they're so slow that against a lot of bats, the bats can actually do a lot of damage to them.
They can. Unfortunately, though, all of the air defenses are still up right now, which, well, you've got the Eagle Artillery down. You've got numerous air targeting defenses down there. No defenses left, so you've got just a couple of cleanup troops are going to be enough to get that entire quadrant of the base. But check out all 4 air defenses still up. They're going to be an issue as Pop Along's got 9 dragons to move in.
He has gotten a ton of percentage, though, with very little value. I mean, lots of spells, but very little of anything else. So now it's all about getting that town hall down. And with the dragons here, they're not Electro Dragons. They're not chain lightning anything, but they do fire much faster than an Electro Dragon will. So they're very useful in a lot of situations.
And then a Stone Slammer moving in late. Lots of dragons closing in on the town hall. Look at the defensive clan castle, Archer Queen, skeleton traps. There's so much to deal with right there. That's really slowed things down.
Yeah, that clan castle and the queen together. Is this going to be the first 1-star that we have seen
right here
in this entire live stream?
Wow.
Pop Along definitely not looking happy in that face cam right now. That is very unfortunate. Without any troops, that is the first 1-star that we've seen with a 69%.
You could hear RTK celebrating as the troll happened. It worked. It was successful. All of those defenses, all of those hidden traps, the defensive Archer Queen, and of course the clan castle. There was a great start to this attack, though. This was really fun to watch as these balloons here were designed. Their intention was to distract the Wizard Tower.
Didn't quite make it in time, though.
Yeah.
Just a little bit off, maybe just a few milliseconds, to be honest. But at the end of the day, that is going to put 704 WarHead in a bad position.
Yeah, Pop Along couldn't help them out there, and with that, we actually reached our first 1-star. Because we're always pointing out, hey, that's history right now. We got the first 3-star, the World Championship, and unfortunately, I have to tell you guys, it's now the first 1-star.
I didn't realize that we hadn't had a single one all day.
Yeah, I know it's kind of mean to, point at it, but that's what it is. Up next, Diff, the attacker for RTK.
Now remember, Diff, he was the attacker that grabbed the win for RTK over Tribe Gaming earlier with that clutch 3-star. And watch him drop his units right into a giant Tesla farm. This could be good, though. Diff has gotten all 5 Teslas out of the way earlier. What is this? You're seeing miners already? Very early to drop miners with nearly all of his attack left, Klaus.
Well, notice a lot of the times these time fails are because they wait to a very clear picture has been painted by the funnel. And in this case, there's probably no chance of a time fail because those miners came in within the first, within the first minute by much, maybe within the first 30 seconds. So what he's trying to do here, he's trying to get his miners in as early as possible to do as much damage as possible, as fast as possible. And miners are very capable of doing that.
They're doing their best, but right now, I don't see many of them targeting the town hall. It is going down to below 50%, and now you've got a few on the clan castle, but it doesn't look like, wow. Am I seeing a 1-star answer to a 1-star attack right now?
I think that may be what we're seeing. We have yet to see a 3-star. Now we're seeing 2 1-stars in a row. And that actually is interesting for going forward. Now there has to be a 3-star for RTK in the final attack in order to defeat Tribe by a star.
Holy cow, is that right? Hold on, RTK
I think so.
23, they're at 30 right now. Yeah, they need a 3-star.
Do
they have the percentage?
Because there's 31 stars on the North Watch.
No, they'll qualify. They'll qualify with a star, but they're talking about trying. What Klaus is saying is they want first seed. They want first seed. I'm sure that right now, Tribe is celebrating backstage because they're done for the day, and that 1-star may have changed things up. It may be that much more likely that Tribe ends up with the first seed for tomorrow, for Sunday, rather.
7 stars so far for RTK. And up next is once again 704. Why are you laughing?
I just found it funny. It's like I spout off all these numbers which you guys are accustomed to, and then you both stop and go, fact check, is he right? Yes, he's right. Yes, he's right.
I was doing that before.
I believe you,
It is
Klaus.
the last attack.
You're very
for
believable.
704 WarHead. Let's go.
Trustworthy, honest, straightforward.
I try.
I like you, Klaus.
All right, so Zifeli attacking.
That was good.
Diff. Was that it? Awesome.
That was close.
For the final attack for 704 WarHead, there is a chance that they could actually win this war going forward now. But is there a chance of them going on to the playoffs? I don't want to think about that right now. What I'm seeing is a Queen Walk. And look at that, more P.E.K.K.A., more bowlers.
And our first look at goblins today. We've got a couple of goblins on the board down there, ladies and gentlemen, and 5 bat spells in the ready, getting to go as this funnel is complete. As at the bottom of your screen comes the wall wrecker. But watch out, giant bombs galore as the units move in, and one fell swoop after that wizard tower, and then no doubt after the core.
There you go. Galadon put it very clearly that things are happening on the screen right now. Things are actually going really well for him right now, actually. I mean, like, everything goes in. I was a bit worried about that bottom compartment. There was only one building still up. I was worried the bowlers were going to, prance about and go the wrong direction. But everything has gone very, very nicely for the funnel. And is this town hall about to go down?
5 bat spells are remaining, so we're going to check out where the bat bomb gets dropped. Town hall out of here, Klaus. Look at that long distance dedication. That wall wrecker made it a long ways.
Yeah, all the way through the base. Been a fantastic deployment.
Watch for that wizard tower, though. See that wizard tower? It's being distracted.
Busy.
It's on the P.E.K.K.A.
It's busy on the
P.E.K.K.A. I love it.
That spell now going to be able to take out that wizard tower as the P.E.K.K.A.
The bats are still coming.
Oh man, they're going to be able to go all the way around this base.
They are.
What they need to worry about is the bottom right-hand side, but he has a freeze spell.
He does have a freeze spell, and a well-placed freeze spell will stop both the wizard tower and the multi-targeting Inferno. Archer Queen has her ability. Oh, I want to call it so badly right now, Klaus. I want to call this. Here it comes. Oh, beautiful freeze. I love this freeze. Get in there.
Oh, nice.
Get the wizard tower. They've got the wizard tower out of the way, and now they're going to overwhelm it.
But the Grand Warden's going to get it all by himself. Yes,
he's going to finish it off.
That is going to be a 3-star by 704 WarHead.
It's early. It's early, Klaus.
Oh, I want to call it, man. I want to call it so bad.
30 seconds.
Spell factory at the very top.
I think we're okay.
Nerve-wracking, too.
Wait, is there a spell? Where?
There is, at the very top.
At the very, very top?
The very top.
Oh, no. Oh, wait, there's an archer on it. Yes! Heroic Archer for the win. Look at this 3-star. That is absolutely beautiful.
It wasn't too soon, Galadon. A 3-star for Zifeli.
You telling me you knew that archer was up there?
No,
Klaus?
I didn't. I was scared. But it worked out. It works out in their favor. Wow, that was an amazing attack. Answering back after a 2 1-stars in a row, it's good to see some triples in this final round of the first day of this event.
You know that these guys are absolutely 3-star attackers. Remember, there is so much riding on this. There's so much that these players haven't experienced before. The short scouting times, the environment that they've never seen, and a war setup that is unique. You know, nobody that plays in CWL or even in the ESL qualifiers is playing under this setup.
Exactly. I mean, they don't have a lot of time to see the bases. They have their opponents in the room with them, which I'm sure has a little bit of social pressure. And at the same time, they get to also, you know, enjoy each other's company before and after. It's like a big party out here.
So far, both teams mirrored each other, and now with 7-4 WarHead ending this day for them with a 3-star. It's up to Ning to answer with a 3-star. They want to at least get a tie here or get a 2-star. Let's see.
So RTK last attack, just pretty basic Electro Dragons. So 9 stars would be enough to put them in second place.
That's right. 704
right?
with 10 stars actually ends up with 29 total. So they are officially out, unfortunately. But with RTK, they needed a minimum of 8 to tie with second place, but they need 9 in order to guarantee a position.
They need at least a 1-star here, huh?
They need a,
all right.
They need a 2-star, I would say.
Yeah, well, to guarantee it, that's true. And Stone Slammer moving in heroes at the top.
Because then it comes down to the
hero. Yep, great freeze right there on the air defense and the multi-target Inferno. And now that the Town Hall is just about to go down. Check out how much damage the Chain Lightning did from a distance. There's your first, 2 stars simultaneous.
There we go. So that guarantees RTK with a position in the playoffs on Sunday, and they actually knock out the North Watch now.
It's true. RTK Ning right here with the clutch Electro Dragon attack. Who knew it would come down to Electro Dragons to qualify them for the Sunday playoffs? But another freeze spell. I gotta love. Look at the perimeter of this freeze spell, catching 3 defenses that you might otherwise think you can't catch. That is a precision move. I mean, you miss that by 1 tile and you're not freezing all 3.
Absolutely, and there's so many Electro Dragons right now, and the Queen ability that she just used. I mean, there's a lot of firepower left. This is going to be a very high percentage 2-star to boot. Plus, they still have a rage spell.
There's a rage spell left. I love it. And that last expo is ground targeting. Here's your rage spell. Oh, lots of air bombs, mines, but they all took out the Warden.
Yeah, that was actually a good thing for the Grand Warden.
Not all bad.
Not terrible.
3, 2? Oh no, there's another Seeking Air Mine.
Oh man, so this is
another
this is close, but there's only 1 left, and only multi-infernos. I mean, this is going to be it's not a sprint, it's like a marathon here. What in the world?
Got the time.
There we go.
All right.
Are we calling it?
Folks at home. Folks at home, 99 or 100, you make the call. Register your vote. Have you guys decided? Have you made your vote at home? Is this a 99? Is this a 100?
Oh my goodness.
I'm saying.
There's an air targeting trap. Yeah,
oh, here
there it is. Oh man.
I don't think it was going to get there anyway. It was too low on hit points, but man, that is definitely one that belongs in a video right there.
Yeah. 99% 2-star, and with that attack secures RTK going to the playoffs on Sunday.
Wow. Great attacks from both sides, but RTK does come up with clinching it to go ahead.